Hi guys, this is Gary from Integrity Farms. I'm bringing to you today an unboxing video of a new light I got. I've used this company before, very great company, and this is a new light that I bought that they want to give me to unbox it and show you how it's built, give you a little bit of specs on it and stuff like that. The company's Cretivity. The box came pretty well solid. You know, it's got their logo on it, it's pretty nice. Other than that, these are the bar light systems with the flow through instead of the panel systems like we're used to from back in the day. So everybody's switching to these bar lights now because of the coverage area. Instead of having a long, skinny, narrow light, now you have a pretty squared off 4x4 or 5x5 light. Most of them have heat sinks built into them, so they work a little bit more efficient. They don't get as hot as the old lights do. So that being said, let's get to the unboxing. Cut this open right here. It's taped up pretty good. Packaging is pretty solid. There's foam all around it. Everything's corners are all packed up nice with foam, like that. So you know your product's at least protected on the ride. Let's get this box ripped open here. It's like a kid at Christmas. You're excited to get into it. Alright. Voila! So first thing I notice about this light, other than the Spider Farmer and other brands like that, is that most of them lights, you have to put them together. They come disassembled. You'll have all the bars separate with the foam around each one. This one looks like it's pre-assembled, which is a plus. A lot less work for us to have to do. So let's get it all unwrapped. Comes with a bag that has the daisy chain wire in it, which is good. Most lights nowadays, you can daisy chain them together, meaning that you hook this cable to each light and you control them with one knob instead of having to control each light individual, which also means you only have to have one timer. Instead of having each light plugged into individual timers with individual batteries and having to set all of them, you could daisy chain them all together and hook one of them to the timer, and they will all work together simultaneously. Ratchet straps for hanging them, always a plus. And this light is going to be ran off of 220 power, so they come with an adapter for the plug. So if you only have 110, you don't want to change your breaker, you go ahead and you take the big plug and you plug this adapter right into it, and you should be able to plug it right into your 110 power. Awesome addition to this light. Now, let's get to pulling it out the box. I like that they have foam on all the corners, protects everything. And this light is foldable. So you open it up, it's on a hinge. Ballast board here. This has 3 separate ballasts hooked to it, which are control box, mounted to the light already, which is good because you don't have to do all that work. Some cool stickers comes with this light. Gotta love slaps. Each of these cables, once you fold it open, they just have the snap plugs. You're just gonna push in and twist, and it'll lock them together and hook the light up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it out of the box completely, and I already have the hangers ready to go up on the ceiling. Very solid bars. All the diodes are covered in silicone, so they're waterproof. It'll protect it from moisture from getting wet. All right, guys, I got it all down, got it flipped over. One thing I want to tell you is that the ballast was on the right side, upside down for packaging. So what you're going to have to do is take and you move it from the right side, flip it over, and there's some pre-drilled screws on the light itself. You just lay it nice and flat on there, and then you get it all screwed in. It comes with these little nut washers. You can hand tighten them on if you would like. I'm going to actually take a needle nose pliers and give it just a little tighten. Make sure that it's secure onto the frame. And that way, all the weight will be dispersed in the middle and it won't lean. Just take your set of pliers and just one little tighten. You don't want to over tighten it, just enough to make it snug. All right. So then, all your wires should be lined up correctly. The middle ballast goes to the middle wire, and there's 3 holes in the female end and 3 prongs on the male end, where the side lights, it's pretty obvious there's only 2, so you can't get them mixed up. Just gonna plug them in, screw it together, and it pulls it tight. Pretty simple connectors. And now what I like to do is, it came with this red tie. I'll cinch them all together in the middle just to stabilize them, keep them from dangling underneath the lights. Just to tidy it up nice and neat. You can do a little bit more of this when you have it up there, kind of make it however you want. So, another important thing is that it came with these little pieces of angle iron right on the edges of the light. I've already installed them with 4 little bolts, and that's to stop the light from folding back in half. That keeps it stable. So now that all of that is done, it's all assembled, we're going to hang it up. Also, like I said before, it comes with this adapter for your plug. You're just going to plug that right in. That goes from your 220 to your 110 power. So when we get it hung up, I'll plug it in and we can test it out. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to pull it up just enough so we can test out the brightness. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. And right there, it is on about 15%. 30, 40, 60, 80, and 100. This thing is ultra bright. First thing I noticed between this light and the CT650s I have is that this has more of a white spectrum to it, and the others have more of a yellow spectrum to it. So these have more blue diodes in it on the light. This would be great for veg, but it also has a lot of red diodes in it. Each bar has what looks like about 10 rows of red diodes. All right, so Now that I have that all hooked up, the light is on, I want to talk a little bit about the coverage area and the PPFD. So this thing is about right under 4 feet, which it'll fit perfectly snug in a 4x4 tent, but it'll fit great in a 5x5. Either way, you're going to get about 100% coverage across your tent. And if you're in an open room, the reason for the square design is it gets coverage all around. So at about 6 inches, this thing gets 1340 ppf in the center and 430 on the edge. If you move it to 12 inches, you go down to about 1312 in the center and 587 on the edge, which is not very much of a difference. You're not losing much drop off between those 6 inches. So that's a really good thing. So you get a lot of coverage toward the edge compared to like my Mars Hydro light that dropped off almost 1,000 to the edge. So this light gets 2.9 U-moles per joule of energy, which is a pretty good light to have. My other ones get 2.6 U-moles, and that's going to increase your growth by a lot. The price on this light is right under $500. It's $400 and something, and that's pretty cheap, where a lot of the lights just like this I see in the range of $1,200, $1,300. So for your price, this light is awesome. You can't beat the price for this company. This company is great. They've worked with me several times, and I love their lights. I've grown really good stuff under these lights. So that being said, I'd like to give Cretivity a very good thank you. And Melinda, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And you guys, if you'd like, give them a shout out, give them a holler, see what their prices are. You won't be disappointed. This is a great company. Thank you. All right, that's good.